Hello friends, welcome to Daffodils Visual Arts. In today's video, we will learn about nutrition in animals. Let us get started. Steps of nutrition. There are 5 main steps of nutrition in humans: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. Now, before learning in depth about the 5 steps of nutrition, we will learn about the human digestive system. The human digestive system is a complex organ system and consists various parts. It is also known as the alimentary canal or the gastrointestinal tract. The digestive tract is about 7.5 meters long in adults, while they are a bit smaller in children. There are various glands present in the human digestive system like salivary glands, liver, and pancreas. Ingestion. Ingestion is the process of intake of food. Various animals have several types of organs for ingestion. For example, butterflies has proboscis. Frogs have long sticky tongue. Hydra, an aquatic organism, has tentacles, while amoeba has pseudopodia to catch its food. These are also fascinating, right? Let us move on. Digestion. In short, we can say that digestion is the process of breaking down insoluble food into smaller particles. There are 2 types of digestion in the human body. The first is mechanical digestion, in which the food is physically broken down into smaller particles. For instance, we can say chewing. While the second type of digestion is when the food is broken down by acids and enzymes into its basic units, and this is known as chemical digestion. Absorption. The digested food is broken down. The simpler compounds are then absorbed by the blood and transported to various parts of the body to obtain the nutrients required. Assimilation. It is the process of utilizing absorbed nutrients for energy, growth, and development. Egestion. During digestion, some food that is not digested is expelled from the body with some water in the form of feces through the process of egestion. Now, let us understand in detail about the parts of the digestive system. The mouth. The journey of the food we eat starts with the mouth, also known as the buccal cavity or oral cavity. The food is chewed with the help of the teeth and the tongue. The salivary glands present in the mouth produce saliva from the glands. It contains an enzyme called salivary amylase. Salivary amylase acts on the starch present in the food and breaks it down to simple sugars. The tongue helps to turn the food in the mouth for comfortable chewing. There are many bud-like structures present in the tongue. These are called taste buds. They detect different tastes and send signals to the brain. Let us discover more about these. Salivary glands. It produces an enzyme called salivary amylase. There are 3 major pairs of salivary glands. Parotid glands. These produce a serous watery secretion. Submandibular glands. These produce a mixed serous and mucosa secretion. Sublingual glands secrete a saliva that is predominantly mucus in character. The taste buds in tongue. The taste buds have a very sensitive microscopic hairs called microvilli. Those tiny hairs send messages to the brain about how something tastes, so you know if it is sweet, sour, bitter, or salty. The average person has about 10,000 taste buds and they are replaced every 2 weeks or so. There are five main tastes: bitter, sour, umami, sweet, and salty. Types of teeth. There are four types of teeth in the buccal cavity. All perform various functions. There are four incisors in each jaw. They bite and cut the food. The canine tears the food and there are four canines per jaw. The premolars and molars crush and grind the food. There are four premolars per jaw while six molars per jaw. Milk teeth and permanent teeth. Milk teeth is grown in a child from the age of 6 months to 8 years, while permanent teeth are grown in adults. There are 20 milk teeth and 32 permanent teeth. Milk teeth shed off and are soon replaced naturally. But if permanent teeth shed, it cannot be replaced naturally. Milk teeth do not contain molars, while permanent teeth do contain molars. Care of teeth. When we eat food, some particles remain stuck on the teeth. If these particles are not removed on time, then they form dental plaque. Dental plaque is a sticky film of bacteria that constantly forms on the teeth. There are many bacteria in the dental plaque. These acids destroy the enamel of the teeth and also they can cause cavities. So, we must take good care of our teeth. Brush twice a day. Rinse your mouth as soon as you finish eating your food. Esophagus. From the mouth, the food is pushed down into the esophagus. It acts like a passageway between the mouth and the stomach. The food is pushed down through the esophagus in a wave-like motion. This wave-like motion is formed when the muscles of the esophagus contract and relax, and this is known as peristalsis. The food chewed is then called the bolus. Stomach. After the bolus completes its journey in the esophagus, it enters the stomach, where the acid and enzymes break down the food into smaller and soluble particles. The stomach is a J-shaped bag-like structure and is the widest part of the alimentary canal. The food is partially digested in the stomach, while the complete digestion takes place in the small intestine. Hydrochloric acid, enzymes, and mucosa. So, what is hydrochloric acid? Well, from its name, we can identify it's an acid. What its function and where is it present? Hydrochloric acid is present in the gastric juices produced by the stomach. The function of the hydrochloric acid is to kill each and every bacteria present in the food. And what about enzymes? Enzymes are also present in the gastric juices. It breaks down the protein present in the food to simpler particles. Mucosa. What is mucosa? Mucosa is present in the inner lining of the stomach and protects the stomach from the acidic effect of hydrochloric acid and stops the stomach from being digested by the digestive juices it produces. So friends, I think it's time to wind up and have some rest. See you in the next part of the video.